For many years, I've heard people talk about journaling. I have seen videos of journaling, but I never paid attention to journaling until I started doing it. And for the last 14 days of my life, I have paid attention to journaling. And I am here to say journaling is the best thing ever. My name is Emanuela. I am a registered nurse who is very passionate about creative writing and storytelling. On this YouTube channel, what I do is inspire you with writing tips. I inspire you with books, learnings from books. And if this is something you love, if this is something you reckon with, hit the subscribe button and welcome to the family. In the last 14 days, what journaling has helped me accomplish is the processing of raw thoughts. So, all of the ideas that I have dancing in my head, on my mind, the pictures of possibilities, the imagination, the can do's, the will do's, they were all clocked in my mind. These were raw ideas, these were raw emotions. So, what I did was to journal. So, by journaling, I grabbed a pen and a paper. I didn't do anything digital. I grabbed a pen and a paper and I started to write. By writing, I noticed that all of these raw ideas that came in raw form began to look processed and reformed on paper. So, on paper, there was a follow up sentence about this main idea. There was a follow up article, there was a follow up clause, a phrase that defined this raw emotion that I was feeling, this idea that I was having in my mind. Take, for instance, what I have in my mind is to write a story about a sheep. Now, sheep is what is playing on my mind. The moment I bring it to paper, the moment I begin to journal about a sheep, I begin to write about where sheep are found, how sheep is connected to my career, what I need to do with sheep. It begins to look reformed, and I begin to see what next step I need to take, the most profitable thing to do at the time, what needs to be left for the future. And so I can gladly tell you that journaling is a best form of decluttering your mind. If you ever have to process anything, if you have a piece of work that requires you writing, that requires your attention, but you have so many things dancing in your consciousness and you just do not know what to flow with first, go journaling. Journaling will refine those thoughts. Journaling will show you what can be done now, what should be done later. Journaling also helped me stay assertive. So at the end of my day, this is another point. Journaling can help you build assertiveness. So at the end of the day, what I began to do was to write how the day went, the things I think I did not do correctly, communications that I should have expounded on, that I should have emphasized on, the times I should have stood up for myself, things I should have said better, people I should have reached out to. I go through my day, and by journaling, I see where I should be more assertive, what I should have said better, what I need to work on better. So journaling helps you audit your life. So how much did you spend that day? What was your spending goal? Did you hit the target? Did you reach out to this person? Did you record that podcast? Did you write that article? Did you read that book? Journaling helps you keep an audit. And with journaling, I noticed that you can be true to yourself. Your journals are the real reflection of you. You cannot lie to yourself. You cannot lie when you journal. You cannot write what is not, because it's only you who sees yourself in the real sense of things in your journal. You tell yourself the truth. You pay attention to the minute things that people will randomly ignore. Because you are journaling and because you are interested in yourself, you will see that you will pick up on that and you will become a better person moving forward, because you can really see. People say things like, we don't see ourselves when we are in the picture. With journaling, you become the person in the picture and you become the person who's taking the photograph. You see yourself. You see how your role plays out in the big picture. Another powerful thing about journaling is that it's a spiritual activity, it's a spiritual exercise. That's what I consider journaling as. It could be something else for another person, but for me, journaling is spiritual because tell me why I get up from sleep, I grab my journal, and I begin to write all of the good things, the good possibilities that will happen in a day. I program myself, my thoughts, my life, my paths, the people I'll meet. I program all that in my journal. I write about them with a conscious intent, conscious effort. Today, as I step out for work, I meet this and this people. This is my response to challenges. This is my response to situations. This is how I will operate in the day. Somehow, in my consciousness, I begin to see that as the day goes, I begin to respond to situation based on my journaling programming, based on my journaling ideas that I've written down. All of the things I wrote down, it feels like it's a spiritual, what's the word? Concussion. Like I am just cooking up my day based on positivity, so there's no negativity. I will not consciously bring my pen to write negativity about myself, about my day. So I sit down with great intent, focused on a positive outcome for my day. I make sure that my words flow in positive alignment. So, yeah, journaling can be a spiritual activity. Another powerful thing I notice about journaling is that you can actually hear God speak to you where as you journal. This is something I have practiced, this is something I have done. People, I am a Christian, and in the Christian faith, I've heard people say, God spoke to me in a dream, or God spoke to me in a vision. For me, God has spoken to me in journals, in my journaling. And I can say God speaks to me in my journaling. I have not heard someone say this, but if God has spoken to you through journaling, please let me know in the comment section because I really want to learn more about this. So when I am sat down in this atmosphere and I had just finished studying the scripture, or how do I explain this without missing it? So on this day, I studied the scripture and I wanted to write about my learnings from that scripture. What I found myself doing was writing out solutions to a problem that I have been facing. I don't know what happened. I don't know how my thought process went in that direction, but I just got inspiration and I just started writing about solutions to this problem. I started writing about this and it kept flowing until I stopped. The moment I stopped, I went back to read, and that was it. That was the answer. So, journaling, I consider journaling a spiritual activity. I don't know if you have been journaling. I don't know if this is something you would consider in future, but trust me, moving forward I am going to be paying more attention to journaling, and I have been doing handwriting. I will also incorporate digital. So I've got Notion, and I think I would start writing on Notion just to make sure that if I lose the paper packs, I will have access to the digital copies of my journals and I can easily carry them around anywhere. My name once again is Emanuela, and I'm a registered nurse who is really passionate about creative writing and storytelling. If you enjoyed this video, please do well to hit the subscribe button, and welcome as you join the family. Love and light.